Let's talk about that feeling. You know, the one where you're just stuck, frozen, trying to make a choice that, honestly, should be simple. If you've ever felt that way, you're in the right place.
It all kind of boils down to this question, doesn't it? We're not talking about the huge life-altering decisions. We expect those to be tough. No, this is about the little, everyday things that all of a sudden feel impossibly heavy.
Maybe for you, it looks something like this. You're staring at your to-do list or a blank page, and you know you need to get going. But just choosing that very first thing to do, it feels like climbing a mountain.
Or, how about this one? That simple text message or email just sitting there. You know what you need to say, it's not even that complicated, but somehow the energy it takes to just type it out and hit send feels enormous.
And oh, this is a classic. You've got 10, maybe 20 things you could be doing, but instead of just picking one and starting, you get so caught up in trying to figure out the right one that you end up doing nothing at all. You're just paralyzed.
So we're going to call this the simple choice freeze. And here's the most important thing I want you to hear today. This isn't a flaw in your character. It's not about you. It's about your system. To put it really simply, if this is happening to you, it's a signal. It just means that your internal system for making decisions is completely worn out. It's not broken, it's just tired.
Okay, so let's dig into that idea, your brain's energy limit, because it's a real thing. Think about it like your phone's battery. You start the day at 100%, but every little thing you do drains it, bit by bit. Your brain's ability to choose works the exact same way.
And there's actually a name for this. It's called decision fatigue. It's that state you get into after you've made choice after choice after choice, where your brain's ability to make just one more good decision, it just starts to crumble. Your mental energy is tapped out. And what's really wild is thinking about all the invisible things that drain that energy. Look at this. Every single message you have to read and process, every little responsibility you're juggling, every single expectation from others, each one is like a small withdrawal from your mental bank account. They add up so fast, and we barely even notice it's happening.
All right, now this next part, this is probably the most important shift we can make. It's all about reframing that feeling of being stuck. Because once you see it as a signal instead of a failure, everything changes. This is such a key distinction. When we're in that freeze, it feels like we're confused. We tell ourselves, I just don't know what to do. But what's actually going on underneath is hesitation. Your brain is putting on the brakes because it's overloaded.
And that really brings us to the heart of it all. Freezing up isn't you failing. It's your brain, in its own way, asking for a break. It's basically saying, hey, stop. I can't handle any more demands right now. It's a protective measure.
And this is exactly why trying to push through it almost never works. When your brain is already exhausted, searching for the perfect option just adds this massive layer of pressure. It actually makes the freeze even worse.
So if the problem is too much demand on your system, the solution is actually pretty simple. We have to reduce the demand. So let's look at 2 really gentle, practical ways to do just that and get some of that clarity back. Okay, strategy number 1 is all about being efficient. It's called decide once, reuse. You just pick one area of your life with those little repeating choices, like what you eat for lunch, and you make one single good enough decision. And then you just stick to it. You put that choice on autopilot, so you never have to think about it again. Because here's the thing. The goal isn't to make better choices all day. The goal is to make fewer of them. Every small decision you take off your plate frees up mental energy for the stuff that actually matters. It's a simple equation. Less choosing equals more clarity. Now, the second strategy is for when you're already in that frozen moment. It's about changing the question you ask yourself. See, asking what's the best next step, that's a hard question. It's big, it's full of pressure. So instead, try asking a softer question. What's the next small step? It immediately lowers the stakes, and it makes it so much easier to get moving again. As we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last thought. So often, we think clarity is about gaining more control. Trying to manage every single little detail. But real, lasting clarity, it almost never comes from adding more to your plate. It comes from taking things away. It comes from the gentle act of reducing the demands you put on your own mind. So please, the next time that feeling creeps in, that freeze over some simple little choice, remember this. Your brain isn't failing you. It's not broken. It's protecting you. It's sending you a very wise, very necessary signal that it's time to slow down. It's a feature, not a bug. So I'll leave you with a gentle challenge. Just think about your week ahead. What is one small, repeating decision that you can make just once and then let it be to give yourself just a little bit more breathing room?